Hey, yo, Mina. Hey, yo, Mina. What's the word, Mina? What's the word? What's the word? Yo, Mina. Boku no namae wa Hoshida yo dozo yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hey, Mina. What's up? What's up? You see my hair is like this? It's cause I was in bed. I wasn't in bed. Actually, let me tell you this story real quick. Alright, so I'm trying a new oops. Let me say that actually. Mina. So I'm trying a new so look, I'm trying a new recording style. So I have my game running and I have OBS open recording just the game, and then I have a different program open recording just my face and my vocals. And I'm hoping that this will be daijoubu. Okay? Daijoubu. That's what I'm hoping for. If it's not, then I'll change it up and I'll try something different. But I was hoping that maybe by doing this, I'd be able to have a little bit more freedom as far as editing, and I'd be able to like do something a little different with it, you know. I'm trying to explore my creative limits, you know. So that's why I kind of been away. That's why I haven't uploaded Amori, along with other things. I think I just got to a part in Amori where I'm like, I'm gonna put this to the side for right now. So I'm here playing this, and I might pick up more horror games depending on how this goes. Alright, so look, this is my first time playing a horror game in a minute. I usually watch YouTubers play horror games. I don't usually play them, which is why I'm kind of excited, and I'm not scared at all, because I don't get scared when I'm watching YouTubers play horror games, you know. So I'm hoping that this gonna be good. Actually, nah, I know it's gonna be good, because this game ain't finna scare me. Look, Mina, I'm not finna get scared. Like, look, Mina, I'm not even by myself. Yeah, it might be 2:30 in the morning, but no, I'm not finna get scared. Like, look who I got with me. I got Vegeta with me. I got Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta with me. Who finna scare me? Who finna scare me, Mina? Tell me, who finna scare me? Nobody. That's what I thought. I got this my dragon. I done recorded so many different videos with this dragon. Introduced y'all to this dragon so many times. They name is Percival. I got Percival with me. Who gonna scare me, Mina? Tell me who. Look, me and the squad posted up on the block, waiting for the ops to spin around. Who gonna scare us? Who we scared of? Nobody, Mina. Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Mina. Here, I ain't scared. Especially in no game with no Catgirls. Alright, so look. I just be talking. So let me give y'all the rundown on this though. This is a demo of an elevator game with Catgirls. I just saw it on Steam. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna play this. It was free. It's a demo. I don't know if it's really gonna be scary. I don't know if I really needed to do all that, if I'm being 100. But we finna play, because why not? Mina, why not? So it's a demo, so I don't anticipate this taking long. I think I could probably finish it all in one night. I know it's more story oriented, so we just finna hop in. It's a cold winter night. Snow started to fall a couple hours ago, so the cityscape is littered with a layer of white fluff. It crunches under our feet as we walk down the street. Ta-da! We're here. Oh, also, there are lesbians involved. Go figure. I look up to inspect the tall building before us. It's past midnight, so it's expected that most people living here should be asleep by now. Naturally, that also explains why barely any of the windows show illumination coming from the inside. Considering what we're here for, it only adds to the creepiness of the situation. I've never been a fan of dark places. That didn't change even when I got my feline features. You think that being able to see so much more clearly in the dark would make darkness less scary, wouldn't you? Trouble is, I hear so many more little sounds that I couldn't make out before too. And since I'm not sure what all of them are, the dark's every bit as creepy as it was before. Maybe even more so. I like the art. Oh my god! So we are finally a response. I thought you were starting to give me the silent treatment again. Okay, so this is Kirian and this is Asahi. It's a fault of mine and one I'm not too proud of. I tend to get lost in my head sometimes. Well, quite often, really. Thankfully, Kirian is fairly used to it by now. Okay, so we're Asahi. I swear, Kirian, of all the buildings in the city, you just have to choose one which it seems super creepy. This has to be the sole residential building in the whole office district. Oh, but you know it couldn't have been any building. This one is perfect. And by perfect, you mean meeting the conditions and being less than 10 miles away from our home? Excuse me. Or are you enjoying our walk in the snow together so much that you'd like to prowl around aimlessly for another hour? Because I don't know about you, but I'm really starting to feel the code. Was that your plan? For me to need you to warm me up afterwards? You could have said something, Asahi. God, I want what they have. I just stare at her, not really sure what to say. There's no winning with Kirian when she gets all sly like this. I love girls like that. Hit me up if you like that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. As much as I hate to admit it, it's one of the things I actually like about her. Why did I sign up for this again? Because you love me. Ah yes, thank you for reminding me of that questionable fact. Say, do you get the feeling that someone is manipulating someone else for their advantage over here? No? Just me? Ah, come on, don't be like that. You know I'm happy you decided to come with me. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Okay. I stare at her for a moment longer before I sigh. I really can't argue with her, not when she's looking at me like that. I had a silent crush on this girl for the longest time and never expected to one day find out that the attraction was mutual. The fact that we managed to actually get together still feels so unreal sometimes. If it weren't for the fact that the change affected her too, it would have never come to this. As much as I disliked it in the beginning, it made me feel like an outcast among my former peers. After all, our shared experience allowed me to be there for her when she needed it most. Okay, so I guess they got hit by like a Catgirl bomb or something like that, because they must be like a minority. It's a memory I'm always going to cherish, of that I am sure. I breathe warmly on my hands, rub them together, and then jam them deep in my pockets. It's not much, but hopefully it will help keep some feeling in my fingertips. It's enough to let me focus on things in the here and now at least, rather than just on how cold it is. I said it before and I'll say it again. You get provoked way too easily. You're doing all this because of the bet with Sapporo, aren't you? Oh, sure. That's one of the reasons. But that's not the only one. I'm doing it because it's fun. Fun? Kirian, you've seen the forums. Not a single person out there ever said it was a good idea. Ah yes, all those fairy tale stories. Quite tragic, really. Come on, you're not about to tell me you honestly believe those. So you mean that you don't? Seriously, girl, we live in the real world. Spooky, scary skeletons don't just pop up out of nowhere because someone decided to be an idiot and press some buttons a certain way. See, this is why, how should I phrase this? This is why I can only interact with certain people. Because I'm black. And, no. No. You can't tell me. No. This is not, if I don't know a single black person that would, go for this right now. I'm being 100%. Well, I know somebody right there Why you gotta bring race into it? It's a cultural thing, okay? It's a cultural thing. But if the forums online say this isn't a good idea, and they saying that some spooky, scary skeletons popping up because someone decided to be an idiot and press the buttons a certain way, I'm not even gonna put myself in a situation where I will be pressing the buttons that need to get pressed a certain way for the skeletons to show up. I'm just saying. That's just me. I can't believe you of all people are still saying that strange unexplained things don't happen. I mean, did you look in the mirror this morning, right? Oh, yeah, double. This is this and that's that. So you don't believe this will actually work. Remind me why we're here again? We are here to prove a point. Namely, that Sapporo can suck it. I honestly can't believe I let you drag me into this. Chill, Asahi. We suffer the cold for a while longer, nothing happens, and then Sapporo owes me $50. $50 will treat us to a nice dinner together. I suppose a dinner with you is a pretty good incentive. Aww, Asahi. Lesbians. See? I knew you'd come around. That being said, wish me luck and all that jazz. I'll be right back. Kirin? What? I'm the one who should be getting cold feet here, not you. Just, you remember all the rules, right? Stay safe, okay? Asa-chan, be realistic about this. What's an elevator gonna do? Bite me? Collapse? Collapse? I don't know what else to tell you. Collapse? You could always get stuck. You could always get stuck. That's a realistic possibility, if anything. I'm sure you'll figure it out if I do. Oh, this sprite is so cute. I love it. Oh, this design is really cute. Look, she has her like ears, and then her jacket has the ears to cover her ears. Oh, that's so cute. Now be sure to stay away from the building since we'd be breaking those majestic rules otherwise. Right. See you in a bit. Oh. I stare as Kirin approaches the building's entrance, presses one of the intercom buttons, and moments later pushes the door. How does she convince people to trust her so quickly, to let her into the building like that? She's gone from my sight before I know it, a faint click as the door closes behind her. There's a feeling of unease pulling in my stomach. All of this being a bad idea, probably the worst we've had yet, just screams in my head. I'm so going to give Sapporo a piece of my own mind once all of this is over. See, if it's in your head... Mina. I know I said if it's one thing I want you to take away from that, it's to have your level whatever moment. My second takeaway from this video is trust your gut. If your gut says that something is wrong, believe it. Not your mind. Your mind will be playing tricks on you. Your mind will lie to you. Your mind is malleable. Your mind is influenceable. Your mind will lie to you. Real stuff. But if your gut says trust your heart and your gut, that's my motto in life. If your gut says, your gut, they said stomach, if your gut says it's a bad idea, it's a bad idea. Follow your gut, always, always. You don't got nobody, look, your mind will try and prove things to other people. Your gut don't care about other people. It care about you, okay? Stick by that. It's not like I can really do much about it now, however. If I were to go after my girlfriend saying I suddenly changed my mind, it will undoubtedly make her angry. I don't care. I don't care. That's your girlfriend. You know how to make her feel good? It's very R18 rated. You can make her feel good. She'll get over it. I'm just saying. Hell, we snuck out of our houses through the window without our parents knowing just to go through with all of this. So you snuck out your house to do this. So why you can't sneak her into your house to make her get over? Alright, let me continue. If I had a problem with this whole crazy idea, I should have said something way earlier. No, you can say something now. It's too late now. It's really not. It's really not. Oh my God. I wrap my fingers around my phone, pull it from my pocket. And your phone not even charged? Your phone on 44%, bro. Why you coming outside to do some spooky stuff and your phone on 44%? As I do so, I see the screen shows that time. It took us around an hour to walk here, and while I dreaded us even being here in the first place, I'm also not looking forward to walking all the way back, especially when it's bound to get colder as the night goes on. So 1, why your phone on 44%? 2, why your phone not on low power mode? 3, why you not calling her? 4, why you didn't go in the building and get her? 5, what is you doing? Perhaps we could use those 50 bucks to get a ride home instead of a meal. But then it's pointless. You contradicting yourself. Yeah, if only things worked that way. Man. I love the art though. Look at the background. Look at the designs. It's so atmospheric. With another sigh, I turn away and start to walk towards a small park located in the middle of this godforsaken district. I still don't know why. Part of it is a playground. There can't be many kids here in the day, can there? But there is, and there is a slide as well as a pair of swings. I'll most likely freeze my ass off if I sit on one, though that would let me lift my feet off the ground for a bit. The cold, snowy ground. I decide to sit down on the nearest one. And just like that, the uneasy feeling of having entered the liminal space hits me, making the hairs at the back of my neck stand up. You're a cat. Ain't your flight or fight response activated? One's mind usually associates playgrounds with children, laughter, movement, and life in general. It's what they're designed for after all. So when you get to experience the total opposite of that, when you find yourself sitting in an empty, childless playground in the middle of the night, it doesn't feel right. It's not the only thing that doesn't feel right. Your mind associates it with something being off, something being wrong. Why are you here, Asahi, in a place you shouldn't be? So real. I'm just saying, I know it's a horror game, but this is a story-based horror game, y'all. Mina, hear me out. It's a story-based horror game. I'm in Asahi's mind. Why is Asahi going through with this? You don't have to. You are not trapped here. I'm just saying. If Asahi was worth something, they would've chased after Kirin and told Kirin, nah, take your butt home, for real. Absentmindedly, my gaze wanders. Something at the other side of the street catches my attention. It's a vending machine. I happen to have a bit of change with me, and the idea of getting something hot to drink is suddenly a very alluring temptation. It would undoubtedly make the waiting out in this cold less unpleasant. Please say it's a machine that has hot drinks as well as cold ones. Oh yeah, by the way, I think this takes place in Korea. I know it says like Asahi and Kirin, which in Sapporo, which are Japanese names, but the description of this referred to a Korean tale. So I think this takes place in Korea. With my mind made up, I get back to my feet, checking the time more out of habit than with my mind With my mind made up, I get back to my feet, checking the time more out of habit than an actual curiosity again. That time. Only a minute's passed since Kirin disappeared into the building, and I'm both surprised and not really. The feeling of time passing slower than usual is normal when you obsessively wait for something. Even more so when said something is physically uncomfortable. I make my way towards the vending machine without a second thought. Neko-Cola. To my relief, its glowing buttons do indeed hold the promise of a hot drink. I decide to get cocoa. I'm usually more of a coffee person when I'm in the mood for something sweet. My mind will most likely appreciate the sugar rush right now too. It definitely doesn't have anything to do with the fact that this is Kirin's favorite drink. Oh, I love this. This is adorable. I mean, this isn't adorable, but they are adorable. Yeah, it's about time I acknowledge the fact that I've started to consume more sweet stuff because of her. Even though she says I'm sweet enough as I am. It's only when there's a clunk of coins in the change slot that I realize the cocoa is a bit cheaper than the coffee, meaning that I'll be able to get a can for Kieran when she comes out too. That's a nice surprise. As I work on opening the bottle, I realize how warm and heavily it feels in my hand. I wrap my hands around it, enjoying a few moments of bliss as the heat warms my fingers. I take a small sip, instantly happy with the taste. Being able to drink anything warm feels like a godsend right now. Satisfied, at least momentarily, I make my way back to the playground, intending to sit back at the spot I took up before. I reach the swing and settle back down. As I glance up again at the building Kieran slipped in 2 minutes ago. My blood suddenly runs cold. A sense of panic swarms my mind as I try to make sense of what I'm seeing. A building that's dead to the world, all pitch black, with none of its lights shining through the windows anymore. Could all the residents have gone to sleep in the meantime? That's close to impossible, and I know it. A power outage, maybe? I quickly turn around and look at the other buildings around me. All of those seem the same as when we arrived, with a bright window still present here and there. So surely that can't be it. If the power was cut off, it would affect the whole street, wouldn't it? Or even several streets? Almost spilling my drink, I hastily reached for the phone in my pocket. Huh? I blinked and closed my eyes shut for a moment, certain that something's wrong with my eyesight. The time couldn't have just gone backwards. What? Oh, the building lights are back on. A small sense of relief floods me as I quickly open my eyes again. It must have been a trick of the light before. Or perhaps there was a glitch with my phone's display. Perhaps there's something wrong with me. I'm sorry if I'm reading too fast, but like I got into the story like literally like that. Remembering what made me reach for my phone in the first place, I raised my head to look at the building before me once more, only to see it's in its previous state. The lights are back on, as if they were never gone to begin with. The unease in my stomach stays though. I know what I saw. I'm pretty sure I couldn't have just imagined it. It's been 5 minutes since Kieran went into the building. Is that enough to ride through a bunch of floors? Would she be mad if I called her so soon? Dwelling on it suddenly feels stupid. Yeah, call her. I open up the calls app on my phone and there's her name at the top of its history. She just called me a couple hours ago to confirm our plans for tonight. Admittedly, her name is also there for the call before that and the one before, and ooh, I felt that one. Okay, I chat to her a lot. So one more call now won't hurt, right? I hit the redial button. I should have expected the call wouldn't connect. If she's still inside the elevator, there probably isn't any reception, is there? So what options does that leave me with? Going in after her? Wait for another 5 minutes? I stare at the building before me intently, afraid to avert my eyes anymore. It's like I'm hopeful my gaze, my constant observation alone will make the light stay. I'm scared of the situation repeating itself. Oh, bro. I love this. I love it. Okay. Excuse me. Tangent. I think that when I was younger, not too much younger, but like maybe about, a few years ago, I played I played Umineko no Nakokoro ni, which is one of the best visual novels I've ever played. I've played quite a few, but it's also one of the best horror visual novels I've ever played, which is one of two, Higurashi and Umineko, and this will be the third. And this is just like activating like all of my trained awareness from back then, from when I would read Umineko, and I'm like trying to put the pieces together because that's a horror mystery, but like the horror is still super well done, and I'm just like at that stage and I'm vibing with it so hard. Sometime later, I realized I've spent so long just holding my can and fretting about Kieran that my drink has gone from a nice hot drink to, well, undrinkable. Some drinks are not meant to be just kind of warm, and this is one of them. At least it keeps my hands from freezing, I guess. 10 minutes pass. I feel only more cold and helpless. Ooh, let me just appreciate this right now. So, I didn't notice it before, but the font, the design of this game is so A1. From the character designs to the backgrounds are really nice too, super atmospheric. But this font, I can tell better now because, and it's the phrasing, but I can tell better now because of the background. The background is only black with these, the snow falling. But the little intricacies in the font design adds onto the atmosphere. Look at this font. Read this phrase. 10 minutes pass. I feel only more cold and helpless. Y'all, I could gush about this font and this phrasing right here. It's so impactful. Oh, this is gonna. I was thinking that this might be too dry. Y'all, I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna keep playing it. Why can't Kirin just come out the building now as if nothing has happened and laugh at me for worrying so much? Yeah, call again. I call her again for good measure. Surprisingly, the call goes through this time. Hello? Is that? Yo, call her back. What? There was like a timer there. I'm not prepared for what I hear. A woman laughing at the other end. There's something about it that disturbs me to the very core. It's definitely not Kirin's voice. Or is it? All of a sudden, realization hits me. Sapporo, the bet, everything. Now this. None of it could possibly be real. All of this has to be a prank arranged by my classmates, and whether Kirin's in on it. Call her back. She wouldn't do this to me, would she? The image of her wickedly smiling, amused face the image of her wickedly smiling, amused face persistently pops up in my mind again. Confusion turns to anger. Before I know it, I'm on my feet, already marching to the building, determination boiling inside of me. There's an obstacle before I can get in, though, as I obviously don't have a key to the entrance door. What kind of excuse will be plausible at this sort of hour? It's like taunting her. It's trying to get Asahi in the building. I stab at the button that I think Kirin pressed and then almost immediately regret it. What if I press the wrong button? What if I press the right one and sound stupid when the other person asks who's there? What if, to my surprise, there's a click from the intercom and then a buzz as I'm let in without a single word being spoken? So Kirin didn't have to sweet talk anyone. I try not to dwell on the unexpected invitation as I shrug it all off on luck. Ooh. Shiver. Chilly. As soon as the doors close behind me, it occurs to me just how dark inside the building is. I know it's the middle of the night, but I'm not sure whether such a complete lack of light is normal. People live here after all. There should be some signs of life. Buildings usually have at least a few lights on, don't they? It's unsettling, although it doesn't make me as nervous as it used to. I know that my vision is just going to adjust to the darkness in a moment, letting me navigate the place easily. I'm able to see a lot better in the dark compared to when I was still completely human, but it doesn't work instantly. Yo. As I take the first few hesitant steps into the building, the lights flicker on with a harsh buzz. Of course, I'm being such an idiot. There are automatic lights in here. They come on when people move. Totally ordinary. It's just that I've never been in this building before. It stands to reason that it feels unusually creepy to me, right? Especially if I think about why I'm currently here. Yo. This background is just, oh man, it's the atmosphere. All that considered, it feels longer for me to reach the end of the long hallway than it probably should. It's a dangerous time to let your mind wander into places nobody sane will want it wandering to. At least the building inside is noticeably warmer than outdoors. It makes the whole situation slightly easier to bear. My hands and feet almost started to freeze off in the meantime. The next thing I know, I stand before the elevator door, rooted to the ground, with the sudden sensation of someone watching me. Press the button. Don't look behind. Hesitantly, I reach to press the elevator button, more panic exploding inside of me as the automated light picks that exact moment to cut out. My first instinct is to get out my phone, let it illuminate the sudden darkness of the corridor, and God knows what else is happening currently. I got the feeling that if I was to say look around, I get jump scared. There's nothing. There was something there if I had pressed look around. Nothing that I'm able to see anyway. It's just an empty corridor. A row of closed doors along each side, seemingly the same as when I entered it. There's nobody there. I don't feel any less on edge when I turn back in the other direction, bearing my back to all of that space again, pressing the elevator button as quickly as I could find it. A distant sound of machinery starting up pierces the unnerving silence, followed by a hum which indicates the elevator is in motion. It's clearly on a different floor, so I wait for it to descend. Taking a deep breath, I try to calm myself. It feels like an eternity for the thing to arrive. The doors finally slide apart with a slight scraping sound, and the small compartment finally opens up before me, completely empty. I'm not sure whether I should be surprised or not. A part of me hoped it wouldn't have to come to this, while another one already expected it to turn out this way. Whoa. You see my mouse cursor? Why was it buffering? Oh, Vegeta. At this point, I decided to do the only sensible thing I can think of doing. Get into the elevator, ascend to the highest floor, and make my way down the stairs. All in the hope of stumbling upon Kieran, possibly hiding from me on one of the floors. If only things turned out that easy. Oh, that's it? Oh man, you know, as a demo, yeah, this is a good, yeah, that's good, that's good. I'm gonna say, let me just, that was a good demo. Good job, man. Oh man, oh man. You know, I'm not gonna lie. The writing had me on edge there, Mina. For a hot minute, it had me on edge. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna definitely have to play this when the full game release. And I definitely got to give it a good review on Steam. This is great. You know, with visual novels like this, if you if you make a horror visual novel, you have to like, there's like a certain like threshold you have to meet as far as like the writing in the overall designs, because compared to horror games where it's a bit more immersive because you be playing like a character who's like thrown into a certain space, you know, whatever. Horror visual novels really have to put you in the seat of whatever character it is you're playing as. And the writing in this game, I think this game is like, I will rate it like maybe like a 7 or 8 out of 10. This game really does do that, because you see by the end of it, I'm like at the edge of my seat, like I'm like, hold up, what's going on? I don't want to turn around. I knew I'd get jump scared. I would get jump scared. I should have saved before with that choice, honestly, just to see the jump scare. But like, oh my gosh, Mina. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Alright, thanks Mina for watching. I hope you enjoyed the elevator game with Catgirls. It is 3 a.m. and I might end up recording another horror game, so we'll see. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.